Have you ever just looked at someone's life and wondered, how do they do it? You know, why do some people seem to just glide through life, succeeding almost effortlessly, while so many others are just constantly struggling? Well, today, we're going to dig into that.
I mean, we've all seen it, right? Someone just happens to be in the right place at the perfect time and everything just clicks for them. It feels like amazing opportunities are literally just landing in their lap. So what's their secret? Is it just blind luck?
It's more than that, though. It's like their entire life has this momentum, this current that just carries them forward with this incredible sense of ease. Kind of like watching a boat just gliding down a calm river.
And then there's the other side of the coin, that feeling of constant grinding resistance, where every single step is a battle. You know the feeling I'm talking about, like you're walking through thick, heavy mud, and it takes all of your energy just to move a single inch.
But what if I told you the massive gap between those two experiences has nothing to do with luck or talent or even how hard you work? What if it all boils down to just one single powerful idea?
That one idea is alignment. It's all about getting in sync with what we'll call the system, which is really just the natural underlying order of things. Now, don't think of this as some mystical woo-woo concept. Think of it more like a law of nature, just like gravity. And today, we're going to unpack exactly how to work with it instead of constantly fighting against it.
To really get this, let's start with a quick story about someone who was the poster child for this struggle. Someone whose story, well, it might sound a little familiar to you. For years, this man's entire philosophy was hustle harder. He was absolutely convinced that the only way to get ahead was through pure brute force effort. He pushed, he forced, he tried to micromanage every single little outcome, and whenever life pushed back, his only response was to clench his jaw and push even harder. And right here, this is the absolute core of his problem, the internal chaos. See, his conscious thoughts were screaming, I have to succeed no matter what. But his emotions, deep down, were whispering, I don't think I'm actually worthy of it. He was trying so hard to control everything, but that control wasn't coming from a place of confidence. It was driven by a deep, paralyzing fear of failure. That conflict, that's the very essence of misalignment. Then, one day, he just hit a wall. He was completely exhausted, totally burned out, and he finally just gave up the fight. Instead of trying to bend the river to his will, he just stopped. And in that silence, for the first time in his life, he actually started to listen, not to all the noise outside, but to that quiet guidance coming from within. So, what is this system that he finally started working with? Let's be really clear here. This isn't about magic or superstition. It's about understanding the natural architecture of creation. It's a structure, a universal law that works just as consistently and reliably as gravity does. And alignment is the master key to that system. It's actually a beautifully simple concept. It's the state you're in when every single part of you, what you think, what you feel, what you say, and what you truly intend, are all aimed in the exact same direction. There's no inner battle, no contradiction, just pure, focused, unified energy. Think about it like this. Your thoughts are like the architect's blueprint for your reality. Your emotions, that's the rocket fuel that actually powers the whole creation. Your words are the specific commands that you're speaking into existence. And your intentions, that's the true deep down why behind it all. When all four of those are in perfect harmony, boom, the system activates. But what happens when they disagree? The entire system just grinds to a halt. It freezes up. It's like trying to drive a car with one foot slammed on the gas and the other on the brake. You talk about wanting abundance, but you constantly feel unworthy of it. This internal friction creates so much drag, and life just starts to feel incredibly heavy. But oh, when you get it right, when you finally achieve that inner harmony, something truly incredible happens. The system comes online. All of a sudden, you start noticing these little signs and synchronicities everywhere. Unexpected help just shows up out of the blue. Paths you never even knew existed suddenly open up right in front of you. And the smallest actions you take start to produce these massive positive shifts. So, the big question is, if this system is so natural, why are so many of us out of alignment? Well, it's because we unknowingly let certain energies get in the way. So let's look at the 3 primary blockers that just stop our progress dead in its tracks. They're simple to name, but their impact is absolutely profound. They are fear, control, and impatience. You can think of these three as the arch enemies of flow.
Let's just quickly break down how they sabotage you. Fear literally makes your world smaller. It contracts your energy and puts blinders on you so you can't see the possibilities. That obsessive need for control? It's like building a dam in a river. You're literally blocking the natural flow of opportunities the universe is trying to send your way. And impatience? Man, it's a total rhythm breaker. It disrupts the natural timing of creation, like trying to pull a cake out of the oven every 2 minutes to check if it's done.
Okay, so how do we start to dissolve these blockers and actually find this alignment we're talking about? Well, it all starts with one simple but really powerful first step, a practical exercise you can do for some immediate clarity.
I want you to ask yourself this question. Maybe later today, grab a notebook, find a quiet spot, and just sit with this. Where in my life am I moving against the direction of my own inner feeling? And be completely, brutally honest. There's no judgment here, okay? This is just about pure, simple observation. Are you in a job that your gut is telling you is wrong? A relationship that just feels draining?
And here's why that one question is so incredibly powerful. You cannot fix a misalignment that you aren't aware of. The simple act of noticing where that conflict exists, that's the key that starts the whole engine of transformation. Awareness is the first and honestly the most critical step of all.
And I'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you. We spend so much time and energy trying to force our lives into a shape we think they're supposed to have. But what if we've had it completely backwards this whole time? What if your struggle isn't a sign that you're failing? What if it's just a sign that you're pushing against a current that desperately wants to carry you? What if your life, by its very nature, actually wants to flow?